Right now, the federal government is up against a deadline to avoid a partial shutdown. The department's at risk of running out of money.
And are you going to San Francisco? Be sure to bring your wallet. We'll break down the cost of going to the Packers playoff game.
And another very cold morning starting out this Wednesday morning, but some clouds keeping temperatures up just a tad. We'll take a look at the forecast coming up.
Do you remember that song about San Francisco?
Could you sing it for me?
Are you going to San Francisco?
Love that vibrato. Are you awake, folks? Take a listen to this man.
The velvety golden voice.
In all seriousness, very expensive trip. You're going to break it down for us.
Yeah, looking forward to that big playoff game on Sunday in San Francisco. We hope you're having a great morning. It's a chilly one out there. We're on the right side of zero this morning, though, Kelly Slifka.
Barely.
Yeah, at least we got positive degrees this morning, at least as far as the temperature is concerned. But we actually have had some clouds that have moved on in. We continue with our wind chill advisory in effect until 9 o'clock. But as mentioned, temperatures are about 10 degrees warmer than where we were at this time yesterday morning. And it's because of those clouds. So we can be thankful for those clouds. We're kind of in and out of some of these clouds throughout the morning hours and the afternoon. Still bitterly cold wind chills, 14 below right now in Madison, 25 below. One of the lowest right now in Juneau, 19 below currently in Monroe. So we do have the first warn alert day today. This morning we have had some of these wind chill values, 20, 25 below zero. Actually, temperatures may get up to above 10 degrees today, about 7, 8 degrees warmer than yesterday. Wind chill advisories continue this morning. They'll probably allow that to expire because the winds are not quite as strong, or they won't be as strong as what they were yesterday. Out of the southwest, just a noticeable wind that's putting those wind chill values below zero. We'll continue to see these wind chill values 15, 20 below zero this morning for a time, but actually maybe getting closer to zero as we get into the afternoon hours. Starting out at 1 in Middleton, well, I guess we dipped 1 degree. Right now we're at 0 in Madison. So count on some cold temperatures, wind chill values 15 below zero this morning, gradually warming into the single digits. We'll talk about that warm up later this weekend coming up.
Kelly, thank you very much. We're following some breaking news just into the newsroom this morning. A family's out of their home after a fire in Clinton. 17 agencies responded to the scene in Rock County just after midnight. This happened on South Clinton Corners Road. Firefighters say there are no injuries. We do know some agencies are still at the scene at this moment, and a section of East County Road P and East Lakeshore Road is closed. The Red Cross is helping the displaced family out this morning. Okay, to our other top story, we start in the nation's capital, where lawmakers have until midnight on Friday to fund the government and avoid a shutdown.
Today, President Biden will meet with congressional leaders to discuss the options.
The sit-down comes one day after the Senate voted in favor of a short-term funding extension. But that clock is ticking. John Lawrence reports.
Just over 2 weeks into the new year, and U.S. lawmakers are racing around trying to keep the government up and running.
House and Senate negotiators work hard to reach an agreement on top-line government funding levels for the current fiscal year.
If they can't come to terms, funds for key government agencies, including military construction, Veterans Affairs, transportation, the Energy Department, and housing, will dry up.
Work continues to deliver full-year appropriations through regular order. Shutting down the government, even part of it, would interrupt this important progress.
In order to prevent a partial shutdown, the House and Senate have to pass a short-term funding extension and get it to the president's desk. The deadline, 11:59 p.m. Eastern on Friday.
Now, while most Democrats and Republicans want to avoid a shutdown, a small group of hard-right extremists seem dead set on making a shutdown a reality.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says a bipartisan effort is needed for the continuing resolution, but House Speaker Mike Johnson is getting grief from some in the GOP, including the House Freedom Caucus, who posted, quote, "This is what surrender looks like."
The only tactic the hard right has in its playbook is to bully everyone else into submission, just like Donald Trump does.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
In a statement, House Speaker Mike Johnson says the short-term funding bill is, quote, required to complete what House Republicans are working hard to achieve, an end to governance by ominous, meaningful policy wins and better stewardship of American tax dollars.
Up next in campaign 2024, New Hampshire. All three GOP presidential hopefuls are now focused on that state after this week's Iowa caucuses. Frontrunner Donald Trump taking aim at Nikki Haley this morning. Recent polling shows the former UN ambassador is in a much tighter race with Trump as she hopes to tap into the state's independent or undeclared voters. They make up more than 39% of registered voters in that state. Ron DeSantis is also targeting Haley with some new attacks.
Nikki Haley, in particular, is counting on the Democrats and liberals to infiltrate your Republican primary.
She does not have the ability to build the type of coalition that you need to win a Republican primary, period.
We have to leave the negativity and the baggage behind and go forward with new solutions for the future.
Meanwhile, Haley is backing out of the next GOP debate, saying she'll only debate Trump or President Biden from now on. All three GOP candidates have events scheduled in New Hampshire for today.
Meantime, former President Trump is back on the campaign trail after a stop in court yesterday. He's in the middle of writer E. Jean Carroll's defamation trial. They were both present for jury selection and opening statements yesterday. The jury will decide how much Trump will pay in damages for defaming Carroll in 2019 when he denied her rape allegations.
More local news now. Monona's police department won't be changing its chase policy. That's the news out of last night's late-night city council meeting. The city had previously decided to temporarily shift the pursuit policy, so officers could only chase suspects believed to be involved in dangerous or violent felony offenses. This after a chase resulted in a crash that killed 3 people on New Year's Day. Monona's police chief says his officer was justified in pursuing that vehicle because it was driving recklessly. The DOJ is still investigating.
New information now. A man who police say robbed a woman of her casino winnings is now in custody. Investigators say the woman, who had just won thousands of dollars, and her husband were returning to their car in the parking lot after a night at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. A man asked her for a ride, and when she declined, the suspect stole the woman's purse and ran away. Police found that man yesterday and arrested him for theft, robbery with use of force, and bail jumping. We're not naming him because he's not yet been formally charged with a crime.
The FBI is working with Milwaukee police now to try and solve a murder from 2022. They're out with 2 new surveillance photos this morning. Now, this is all in connection with the murder of Brazil Johnson. She's a 28-year-old black transgender woman. She was found shot dead on the city's north side back in June of 2022. These pictures, it's not clear if the person here is a suspect or a person of interest. Neither the FBI nor Milwaukee police has clarified. Anyone with information on this murder, though, or if you recognize that person in the photos, please call the FBI. Their phone number is at the number on your screen.
The owner of the Beloit property that caught fire last Friday is trying to pick up the pieces of what's left. A tire disposal company that previously operated there packed an estimated 100,000 tires on the site. Dan Langon has owned that property since 1998. He says multiple businesses have come and gone in that time, but when Star Used Tire Disposal left the property, the late owner left him with a cleanup job he wasn't prepared for.
It was the nightmare that we all hoped would not happen. This has been an ongoing problem for the last 5-7 years that I've been trying desperately to get rid of this.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
6:08 now. 2 of the most popular budget airlines won't be merging. A federal judge in Boston blocked JetBlue's $3.8 billion purchase of Spirit Airlines. The judge agreed with the Justice Department that that proposed merger would harm customers who rely on those lower prices. JetBlue's lawyers had argued a merger of the nation's 6th and 7th largest airlines would control less than 8% of the U.S. market, which is currently dominated by 4 other airlines.
As Packer fans look forward to Saturday's showdown with the 49ers, how much would it cost to go? We looked it up for you. 2 round-trip plane tickets to San Francisco are going to run you about $2,000, $1,000 a piece. If you can find them for cheaper, good for you. A hotel for Saturday night would run you about $130. Tickets, when we checked yesterday morning, they were going for $274 a piece on Ticketmaster, plus fees, of course. That brings the total to just about $2,700 plus taxes, fees, meals, and local transportation for 2 people to go to the playoff game in San Francisco on Saturday night.
That hotel price ain't bad.
That's I was surprised when I was looking this up yesterday. It was not bad at all. Plenty of hotel rooms available over there in California.
And we looked up how long it would take you to just drive. a brief 31 hours.
Yeah.
Consider it.
Those plane tickets, they're pricey. All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka. What's going on, Kelly?
Yeah, another very cold start to the morning. Wind chill values getting close to 15 to 20 below zero this morning. There is some hope for some milder weather, along with a chance of snow coming our way Thursday. We'll take a look coming up.
Again, coming up in Badger men's hoops. They look to keep their momentum rolling against Penn State. We'll see if they can keep their winning ways going.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR financing for 60 months on a tough 2023 Toyota Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hurry in and save big now at Menards. Meet all your flooring needs with Tarkett laminate flooring. This imitation laminate flooring is easy to install, stain, fade, and wear resistant, making it great for any room in your home. Right now, it's only $139 per square foot. Homeworks creates thoughtfully designed faucets and bath fans that will align perfectly with your style. Like this modern smart fan bath fan with a dimmable LED and dual color nightlight. It's on sale for $129.99.
Save big money at Menards.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Happy New Year! We're doubling down on new at Bob's.
That's right. I've got new styles and new $9.99 sofa love seat combos. New mattresses and new sleep technology. New motion colors and new bedroom colors. I've even got new everyday low prices on trending styles.
Wait, I'm new. This sectional is new. New.
You got it. When you can have a new year for less, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
We believe every baby deserves a healthy start. Yet many parents in our community are struggling to afford the basic necessities. You can help change that.
Please donate to the News 3 Now Community Baby Shower. Drop off infant care items at Babies and Beyond, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit channel3000.com for complete details. News 3 Now Community Baby Shower, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Dave Jones. You're watching the Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. 6:13. The story you're about to watch was put together by a real-life reporter. This kind of disclaimer might become more common as artificial intelligence makes its way into our media space.
Our real-life reporter, Catherine Merck, shows us how a new AI-hosted program in Middleton is just one way the technology is saving the city some money, but won't truly reinvent reporting.
Would you be able to tell the difference between me delivering the news or artificial intelligence?
I am your AI host, McKenna Middleton.
The communications team for the city of Middleton has hired talent that's hardwired.
She comes to life, and it's amazing.
The mayor of Middleton tells me through their newly launched Middleton Minute, an AI host will provide news updates for the city through their online platforms.
It's going to be a low-cost system. It's going to be consistent and high quality, and since it's automated, we can just input the information and once a week pop out 1 to 2 minute video.
Developed by their communications team.
It's very cost effective. It took me very little staff time.
They say this role turns a hypothetical $40,000 a year position into a $20 subscription. The algorithm can seem a bit frightening for us on air.
I come from a TV background. The problem is it's expensive. You know, you have to have equipment, you have to have talent, you have to edit it, you have to light it. It's a lot of money.
What does this mean for people like me who may be in this direction with the city? They could be out of a job because of this kind of thing.
It's never going to replace our staff. It's never going to replace great people like you, but it's going to be just a tool to get information out at that very local level.
While she has some of the skills,
This is McKenna Middleton from the Good Neighbor City. Have a great day.
they're not going to get rid of in-person talent for all of their communications projects.
It's just an everyday tool that can be used.
Meaning, I'm not out of a job just yet.
You can tell it's not real. That's sort of the fun of it, right?
Reporting in Middleton, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
The Middleton Minute plans to continue to provide updates through YouTube videos and through the city's website.
Major savings here, $20 subscription, pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm going to choose not to comment on this in fear of being replaced by a computer.
Let's hope you still tune into News 3 Now this morning. We'll say that.
Okay, just checking.
It's real. It's real.
Just checking.
6:15. Kelly Slifka's real as well. So are those temperatures out there. My goodness, Kelly.
Yeah, this is real. You're definitely going to feel this walking out the door this morning. The good news, I guess, if there is good news, is it's not as brutal as what it was yesterday morning at this time, but definitely bundle up. The wind chill at 14 below here in Madison, 19 below in Monroe, 24 below is one of the coldest we can find here in southern Wisconsin in Juneau. Now, yesterday morning, they were 30, 35 below zero, so it's not that brutal, but definitely need to bundle up again this morning. We've actually had some clouds move in, so some temperatures are not quite as cold as where they were yesterday, and we are expecting temperatures to get not only above zero, but actually above 10 degrees. Expecting that low tonight down to 1 below. Average is 27-11. You got to remember, this is about the coldest time of the year. This and next week. After that, I guess typically we start to see temperatures gradually warm up. All right, bitter cold. We have the first warning alert today because of the bitter cold temperatures, especially in the morning hours. We have another reinforcing shot that will arrive Thursday night. With that, that could bring some snow, but more bitterly cold temperatures getting close to 25 below zero as far as the wind chills are concerned. Winds right now, not as strong as yesterday, but still around 9, 10 miles per hour, 8 miles per hour. So that is adding a chill. That's why we have the wind chill advisories in effect until 9 o'clock. They'll likely let that expire because the winds won't be as strong as what they were yesterday. But bitterly cold temperatures through Sunday morning. And as mentioned, we do have that fast-moving system that'll arrive, that reinforcing shot of some cold air on Thursday night. Very dry, fluffy snow. This will be that kind of snow you can just basically blow off your windshield or brush it off, maybe upwards of an inch, and then very mild temperatures. We can't seem to find that middle ground. Oh, I want to thank Linda for sending this photo in of 2 cardinals helping out each other at the bird feeder. We'd like to see your photos as well. Just go, you can download the First Warn Weather app and easily submit your photo. Take a photo of wildlife or some of the cold or some of the snow. We're going to probably be melting a lot of the snow next week. So enjoy the winter activities while you can this weekend as temperatures climb in the upper teens by Sunday, but we'll be well in the 30s, maybe getting close to 40 next week as all that cold air, that polar vortex is over us right now into the first half of the weekend, but does slide on to the east, and we'll actually get into a warmer southerly flow and maybe some rain on top of the snow next week. 0 right now in Madison, 3 below in Lone Rock, 1 below in the Dells this morning. As we'll look at some sunshine, then the clouds will be with us this afternoon as temperatures climb into the lower teens. There's that fast-moving clipper that'll bring us a little bit of snow come Thursday night. Right now, we're sitting at 0 in Madison, 7 below in Lone Rock, 1 below in the Dells. The First Warn forecast keeps those alert days through Sunday morning. There's those milder temperatures with rain, maybe a little bit of snow mixed in by Tuesday and Wednesday.
When you ask Greg Gard about playing in the Big Ten Conference, he'll tell you every night is a battle. And he isn't wrong. Records and your place in the standings don't mean a thing. Case in point, Wisconsin and Penn State. The Badgers, undefeated Nittany Lions, 2-4 in the league. UW, though, trailed by as many as 12. Battled back in the second half. Chucky Hepburn with the alley and A.J. Storr with the oop on his head to tie the game up at 41. Then later in the second, Chucky dishes to Max Klesmet, and he dials one up from deep to give the Badgers their first lead of the game with under 5 minutes to play. But that lead would not last. Penn State made all the plays and their free throws down the stretch Wisconsin falls 87-83. The Badger women were in action in Iowa City on Tuesday night, and Iowa's ranked number 2 for a reason. Wisconsin falls 96-50. It's their 29th straight loss to the Hawkeyes. The Wisconsin women's hockey team has shown no rust since returning from their winter break. 2 series and 4 dominating wins where they've outscored their opponents 24-3. But that was at home in LeBon. For 3 of the next 4 weeks, the Badgers will be road warriors, playing at Minnesota State, at Duluth, and at Bemidji State. And according to Mark Johnson, it's a perfect time to switch things up and take a road trip.
It's a good time to go on the road. We're going to get tested in our games, and more importantly, it's a good time to continue that development and that chemistry that we're building for as we get into closer to February and get ready, for the playoffs. And I think, being home for a period of time, now being back on campus for an extended period of time, it's a good time to go on the road, break up the routine, and do something different than we've done the last 2.5, 3 weeks.
Staying on the ice, Oregon hosting Beaver Dam in a battle of the top 2 teams in the Badger Large. And the Panthers struck first in the first period. James Shervin sends one in, and Andrew Jakey does what he does best. The state's all-time goal scorer deflects it in to put Oregon up 1-0. Beaver Dam, though, would answer right back. The Beavers work it to Aiden Root, and he puts the biscuit in the basket as Beaver Dam goes on to win 4-3 the final. Right now, the Packers are playing with house money, right? When the season started, not many thought they'd make it to the playoffs, let alone be 1 win away from the NFC Championship game. But here they are. And up next for Green Bay, San Francisco, the #1 seed in the NFC. And the 49ers have been the Packers' kryptonite in the playoffs, winning the last 4 meetings between the two in the postseason. But you don't have to tell Matt LaFleur that.
We know we're going against one of the elite teams in the National Football League, certainly the class of the NFC. They've got a lot of the same players that they've had for a few years now, and they've added some other freak shows over there. So we know it's a great challenge, but it's a great opportunity as well. And that's exactly how we'll approach it.
And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Still ahead, another membership sharing crackdown.
We'll tell you where. Coming up next.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Let's go!
Leave running behind. The turbocharged Volkswagen Atlas. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2024 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
We got the house! Did it!
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful. Beauty drops our jaws, dilates our eyes, and beauty is something we can create right now at Floor & Decor.
Let me help you with that. I'm good, man. Thanks. Are you sure?
Everyone can use a little help. Volkswagen Tiguan with Front Assist. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the 2024 Tiguan SE 4Motion for just $339 a month. Limited inventory available.
It's 6:25. We're back with today's trending story of the day. We're talking about Costco. Costco is starting to crack down on membership sharing. The company is testing out a new system requiring shoppers to scan their membership card when they get in the store. This replaces shoppers showing their cards to employees when they walk in. Costco also started asking for membership cards and photo IDs at self-checkout stations. In a statement, the company says it's unfair to non-members to receive the same benefits as paid members.
When's the last time you walked into a Costco?
Oh, it's been a long time. I did a story on Costco probably 12 years ago.
So by my math, you've saved $15,000 in the last 12 years by not stepping foot.
You spend a lot at Costco?
Oh my gosh. $300 a week. Sorry, Hubs.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's feeling bad for Costco not making enough money. Like,
no.
Why?
Not here.
Why? Costco's really pinching pennies these days.
They're raking it in.
Gotta be rough. All right, we're back with that first warn forecast after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Teeth are amazing. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we have new financing options to help you get a new smile today, not someday. Scan the QR code or call to learn more.
Go ahead and smile.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Save big money now at Menards. Do you have a painting job that requires crisp, clean lines? Look no further than Frog Tape. This premium-grade painter's tape includes paint block technology that seals edges for sharp paint lines. Now just $7.49 per roll. Upgrade your home with new outlets from Legrand. Charge more of your devices without the need for bulky AC adapters. All Legrand USB devices are on sale now, like this USB outlet. Get it for $32.99.
Save big money at Menards.
Hello, everyone. I'm giving this lamp away.
I'm interested.
Great. When can you pick it up? Hello?
I'm interested.
Can you pick it up today? Why did you message me?
I'd be interested.
Are you, though?
Yeah.
You bring lamp to me.
Save yourself the hassle of selling stuff online and donate it to the Salvation Army instead. Now accepting donations at our new Madison location, opening this February.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked?
Well, actually, here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, our Snap Secure Dental Implants will help you eat and speak with confidence at a price that's affordable. So if you think you can't afford dental implants, think again.
Go ahead and smile.
This morning, after a deadly police chase, the city of Monona comes to a decision on whether to change its police pursuit policy.
Plus, new accusations against Democrats from the state's top Republican. Why he says the other side of the aisle is taking things too far on redistricting.
And as the sun comes up, we are waking to another very cold start to the morning. We'll see how long this will last. Coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Wednesday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Chris Stanford. I'm just tired of this cold. It's exhausting.
Say it ain't so. Well, it's not going anywhere for a couple of days here.
Yeah, we're kind of right in the middle of it. Kelly Slifka has been tracking that warm up, though. I mean, where it's like one extreme or another. We can't find a happy medium here.
Yeah, no, I think some snow lovers would like something in the 20s for maybe several days in a row. I don't think we're going to see that. We're going to go from the teens right in the 30s, it looks like, going into next week. But we do have the very cold, if not bitter cold, wind chills this morning, 14 below in Madison. Some of the colder readings are off to the east. Juneau right now, 25 below zero as far as the wind chill is concerned. Winds aren't quite as strong as yesterday. That's why we're not seeing the 30, 35 degree below zero wind chills. Either way, the kids are going to have to bundle up to, at the bus stop this morning. Generally about 15 below for most areas this morning. Eventually, though, the winds continuing to die down a little bit this afternoon as the wind chill will climb above zero. And we're actually going to be above 10 today after only being the lower single numbers yesterday. So partly sunny skies, a little bit of sunshine. At least we have seen some sun. Expecting temperatures to climb up close to 11 this afternoon. Looking at the winds out of the southwest, gradually coming down a little bit later today. May dip below zero for a time before that sun is completely up. But we'll look at a mix of clouds and sun as temperatures climb up into the lower teens today. We'll repeat that tomorrow, but there is another reinforcing shot of some cold air that will arrive Thursday night. That'll bring in some snow showers. We'll see how much we can expect coming up.
Talk to you then, Kelly. New this morning, the city of Monona will not change its police pursuit policy. Late last night, the mayor and the city council voted to leave the department's current policy as is. This allows officers to continue to chase drivers who flee traffic stops. It all comes after a chase ended in a crash that killed 3 people on New Year's Day. Our Armand Rahman reports.
About 3 weeks after that deadly crash following the police pursuit, Monona Police Chief Brian Cheney and members of Monona City Council dissected the department's pursuit policy to see if it is the safest going forward.
But, you know, for my 25 years of being on the City Council, it's probably the worst thing that we've gone through as a city.
While not saying much because of the active DCI investigation, Chief Cheney began by reiterating his stance that the officer involved in the case that killed 30-year-old Rashad Nelson and Aaron Willis and 19-year-old Asia Ray was justified in his mind.
Tragically, this operator of this vehicle decided not to stop and decided to likely push the limits of their driving ability and the vehicle.
He went over the 59 chases the department did in 2023 and the charges from stolen vehicles to drug activity to violent offenses from the city of Madison that suspects were accused of afterwards.
We have a problem here in Dane County with people fleeing from the police. And I would work every day, regardless of the decisions here, to continue to urge people to stop.
Council members alluded to November of 2022 when they went from a more restrictive chase policy to the one the police currently adopt, which allows an officer to chase anyone who flees a traffic stop.
Just allowing people to just drive away when the police want to try to pull them over and essentially make police stops optional is simply not a sustainable policy.
Some councilors, however, wanted to take a closer look at the reason police chase.
It's concerning to me, you know, again, the genesis of, under any circumstance, the genesis of the stop to begin with, and whether it was significant enough to warrant a chase.
In Monona, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
The Wisconsin Justice Department is currently investigating the crash that led to last night's vote.
At the state capitol, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is threatening to take Wisconsin's redistricting case to the U.S. Supreme Court. Vos says he wants the state Supreme Court to adopt new maps, but not the ones Democrats are proposing. He alleges those maps are a way for Democrats to gerrymander.
We took into account the small issue that was used as a Trojan horse to look at the entire map, and that's the contiguity issue. We can move 3,000 people, fix the problem. I think in the Senate it's like 600 people. So a very small remedy to address what they say is this major constitutional question of contiguity.
The Wisconsin Constitution does require contiguous districts. That means they share borders. In most of the maps submitted, Republicans maintain their majorities, although they are slimmer. The analysts hired to report back to the court on these maps will submit their findings by the start of next month.
Meantime, Republicans at the state capitol are also trying to tighten up the rules for absentee ballots. The bills would clarify what information must be on an absentee ballot envelope. That would require the voter and their witnesses' printed names, house number, street, municipality, and signatures. The GOP also proposes more provisions over voting in nursing homes and letting observers stand 3 to 8 feet away at a polling place. The bills are now headed to the governor's desk.
And today, the Assembly will consider legislation that could change the textbooks your child reads in school. The bill requires school boards to make classroom materials available for inspection by anyone living in their school's districts. The school would have to comply with the request for an inspection within a 2-week period. Republicans in both the Assembly and the Senate are backing this bill. They could still make changes in committee, though, before sending it to the full legislature.
Governor Tony Evers is accusing Republicans of firing his political nominees for no reason. It comes after GOP senators rejected Evers' pick to head the agency that regulates Wisconsin's utilities. A statement from the governor reads in part, Republicans' ongoing efforts to harass, disparage, and fire dedicated public servants is a serious threat to the basic function of our government and democracy in our state. State Senator Julian Bradley rejected that claim, noting Republicans have approved 480 of Evers' appointments. To stay up to date on all things happening at the state capitol, you can download the Channel 3000 mobile app. It's free in your app store.
636 Restaurant Week is next week already, and over the next 3 days, we're giving you a chance at free tickets. They're worth $30 each for your favorite spot during this winter restaurant week. You can use them for lunch or for dinner. Enter for a chance to win a pair of them over on channel3000.com/entertainment/contests.
Take a look at who's going to be performing in Wisconsin this spring. Willie Nelson and family are scheduled to perform live at the BMO Pavilion in Milwaukee Saturday, May 18th. Of course, he's got his classics like On the Road Again. Nelson's garnered a lot of awards and accolades over his long career. Tickets for the Milwaukee show go on sale Friday morning at 10 o'clock. You can find more details at his website, willienelson.com.
Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see this gentleman play at 90 years young.
90 years old, still on the road. That shows how much he loves his craft and loves being on the road, touring with his group and everything. Still doing it at that age. Remarkable.
We could only be so lucky.
Exactly. But if I'm still anchored on the news desk with you at 90 years old, somebody tell me to hang it up.
That's a success. That's a success story right there. All right, 6:37 over to a much younger man, Kelly Slifka with your first warn.
I'm closer to 90 than you guys. Come on now. Hey, we do have some clouds moving in this morning. That's actually keeping temperatures up a little bit of sunshine. It's still a very cold afternoon. We'll see when we can expect some snow coming up in the first warn forecast.
Also ahead after the break, rough start, the cold doing a number on our cars. What mechanics say you should be doing.
This holiday season, learn how to protect yourself from fraud. Educate yourself about common scams and other kinds of fraud and how to avoid them. Recognize the risks and protect yourself at walmart.com/financial literacy.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
In partnership with Khan Academy, Walmart is offering a free financial literacy course. The course covers topics like consumer credit, insurance, and investing, and has tools for recognizing and protecting yourself from fraud. Take the free course at walmart.com/financial literacy.
10 days ago, we started talking about this weather event to make sure that you were first to know.
And when these blasts of winter pounded southern Wisconsin,
We are closely monitoring Madison's response to this storm.
the News 3 Now First Warn team brought you complete coverage before, during, and after each wave of storms.
Just a lot of snow. Snowfall.
The first choice to keep you prepared, informed,
Wind chill advisories in effect for all of Wisconsin.
and help you stay safe when severe conditions threaten. News 3 Now First Warn Weather. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
It's 6:40. We are toying with your emotions here on News 3 Now this morning, giving you a peek at EarthCam's view of Rio de Janeiro. It's 84 degrees there today. It's 0 degrees here.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Just drop everything and head to a nice, warm, sunny beach.
Could be cheaper than those San Francisco tickets you were talking about earlier.
It might. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I don't know. If I had to choose between this or the Packers game, though, I think I'm going to the Packers game.
What a true Wisconsinite. You know what Kelly would pick?
Oh, the beach?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's going to the beach for sure.
Sand volleyball, sandals.
That's about all he needs.
I swear I saw some people playing volleyball there on the beach. So, yeah, you'd find me out there, that is for sure. Yeah, we've got a while before we're going to see any kind of 80s around here. But there is some hope for some warmer weather. And actually, this morning is not as brutal as what it was yesterday morning. Of course, we started out rock bottom yesterday. We're almost 10 degrees warmer here in Madison, so we had some clouds move on in, and that actually kept the temperatures up a little bit. But wind chills are still very cold, if not bitterly cold, anywhere between about 15 to as much as 20 degrees below zero. Yesterday, they were at 30, 35 below zero. Right now, the clouds are actually starting to depart, at least as we look to the east. And today, we are actually going to get above 10 this afternoon. So at least we're going in the right direction, at least for now. 27 is our average. The sun officially up here at 7:25. We do have a first warn alert day because of the bitterly cold temperatures that are ongoing. It's going to continue right into Sunday. Yeah, we're going to jump above 10 today and tomorrow. But then a reinforcing shot of cold air is going to be arriving tomorrow night into Friday. And maybe adding a little bit of snow. Our snow depth here in southern Wisconsin, you see all those pinks, anywhere between 1 foot to 1.5 feet. So we do have a pretty deep snowpack. So enjoy it if you want to do some snow activities, because next week we are going to be melting a lot of this simply because temperatures are going to be going well into the 30s, and wouldn't even doubt it with some 40s and the possibility of some rain on top of that snow. All right, bitterly cold weather through Sunday morning. We may add another inch of snow onto what we got on the ground. This will be coming in Thursday night. This will be that really dry, fluffy snow. Not a lot of moisture content in the atmosphere when it's this cold, so it'll be that kind of snow where you can just blow it off your windshield or brush it off your sidewalk. And then that mild weather will be coming in our way Monday and next week. So the Arctic air mass that's in place, basically the polar vortex right now over southern Canada, the Great Lakes, that will slowly slide onto the east as we go through the weekend. Really not seeing the effects until later Sunday. And then we'll get in that southerly flow, and that'll push our temperatures. Be nice if we could stay in the 20s a few days, but we're going to jump from the teens on Sunday right into the 30s, it looks like, early next week. So we'll look at partly sunny skies today as we climb up above 10. Should get up to about 11 degrees or so going into the afternoon. As we take a look at the snow that's coming in Thursday night, maybe upwards of an inch here in southern Wisconsin. You go down toward northern Illinois, they might pick up an inch, inch and a half with this fast-moving system. Right now, it's 0 in Madison. It's 7 below in Lone Rock, 1 in Janesville across Dane County. We do have some below zero temperatures. 3 below in Sauk City, 3 below right now in Cross Plains, and 4 below in Mount Horeb. We may dip another degree here in Madison before that sun starts to warm us up a little bit. But generally, very cold, if not bitter cold, especially those mornings. So the first warning alert day is right through Sunday morning. But then, even though it's only going to be 19, it's going to feel a whole lot better with some sunshine. And then we're talking about 30s, maybe getting close to 40s. The storm moves in from the south. That'll bring in, it looks like mainly rain. There might be a little snow mixed in, but mainly liquid precipitation by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
All right, Kelly with your first warn. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, Madison's lakes are finally frozen over. The Clean Lakes Alliance says Lake Mendota officially froze on Monday. It's the third latest freeze in the 170 years Wisconsin's climatology office has been tracking. Before heading to the ice, though, for any skating or ice fishing, there are some things the Alliance wants you to know.
You know, once it freezes, give it a good, week or so, hopefully, to at least build really good ice. What we want to see to build good ice is cool temperatures at this point, and then maybe very minimal snow. And so the idea is the ice is going to build from the bottom. That's how you build the best, strongest ice. And so if we put snow on top, it's like putting a blanket on yourself. It's just going to keep it warm, and you're not going to build it as deep.
And looking ahead to some frozen fun, the annual Frozen Assets 5K Run Walk takes place Saturday, February 3rd. It's the only 5K in North America held entirely on a frozen lake. To register, you can head over to cleanlakesalliance.org.
This deep freeze is doing a number on our cars. Auto shops are busy dealing with dead batteries and slick tires. If your car seems like it's harder to start, mechanics say it's because cold oil and pressure on the car battery. If you aren't prepared, you could end up with some pricey repair bills. Automotive experts recommend giving yourself some extra time before driving, monitoring your car battery's health, and using winter tires.
If you can get a great set of winter tires in conditions like this, it makes a huge difference.
Make sure your battery's good. Have your battery tested in the fall and make sure you're going to be good for the winter.
In Madison, Smart Motors says they are seeing more cars with dead batteries right now. The takeaway is you can check your car battery, take it in, get it tested. That way you'll know whether it's good to go or not.
Hey, your pets might have a furry coat, but that's not enough to keep them warm when they're outside this week. The American Veterinary Medical Association says most pets are susceptible to frostbite and hypothermia in these temperatures. That means taking extra precautions on walks during this week's alert days beyond what you'd typically do if it was just snowing or right below the freezing point.
Keep it brief, just to go potty, come back inside. You're looking at their paw pads too. It's really easy for ice and snow to get compacted into their paws. If you have salt down, you want to make sure that you're using pet-safe salt. And like I said, just keep it quick.
During these next few days, if you find an animal without its owner outside, this isn't the time to ignore it. Call animal control. They'll take it from there.
It's so cold out right now, my dog just refuses to go outside.
And goes inside instead.
And just poops right on the rug.
You got to do what you got to do.
She's been potty trained for 10 years, but when it gets this cold out, she goes, nope, not doing it. I'll face the repercussions.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. You got to get this dog some kitty litter.
Maybe an option worth considering at this point.
It's like a cat size, isn't it? Nice little
It's tiny.
She's pocket-sized dog.
Yeah, she's tiny.
All right, it is 6:47 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, an update on the search for a purse snatcher at a Madison casino.
We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The biggest mattress clearance event is on now at Ashley's Manufacturer Liquidation Sale. Shop Overstock and special purchase mattresses while they last. Or Sealy Queen mattress for as little as $9 a month. Only at Ashley.
Habitat homes are not free. They're built and bought by hardworking families just like yours. Families with jobs, dreams, and a strong determination to create a better future. With stable homes, they can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an award-winning Equinox. Lend a hand in the Silverado with up to 14 available camera views. Or mix it up in the Trax with an 11-inch diagonal display screen. Find the Chevy that's right for you. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $500 cash allowance, plus current Chevy owners get an additional $1,000 cash allowance.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. That's right, only $15 a month per line. It's our best price on unlimited mobile. Switch now and save over $1,400 for the first year with Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Call 855-204-1678 or visit a Spectrum store near you. With Spectrum Mobile, you get a fast, reliable 5G network that millions of customers rely on. And you get the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited data to stream all day and the freedom to text and talk all you want. Plus nationwide 5G at no additional cost. All this for $15 a line with no added taxes or hidden fees. Start saving over $1,400 on your mobile bill now. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Call 855-204-1678 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Voice of American music, Willie Nelson and Family. Friday, May 17th at Breeze Stevens Field. On the road again. New album, The Willie Nelson Family, out now. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. Tickets on sale Friday, January 19th, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Willie Nelson and Family, live. Produced by FPC Live.
Can your roof handle our Wisconsin winters? If you're tired of repairing leaks and replacing shingles after each storm, call us, the metal experts at Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
The biggest clearance event is happening now at Ashley's Manufacturer Liquidation Sale. Shop overstock and special purchases with savings up to 75% store-wide, plus financing options with no money down. Only at Ashley.
Watch News 3 now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach. Weeknights.
Welcome back. Just about 6:51 on your Wednesday. Time for the morning sprint.
An update to some breaking news this morning. A family's out of their home after a fire in Clinton. 17 agencies responded to the scene in Rock County just after midnight. It happened on South Clinton Corners Road. There are no injuries. We do know some agencies are still on the scene this morning, and a section of East County Road P and East Lakeshore Road is closed. The Red Cross is helping the family.
Monona's police department won't be changing its chase policy. That's the decision out of last night's city council meeting. Current policy allows officers to chase anyone trying to get away during a stop. The city had previously decided to temporarily pause the policy so officers only pursue someone suspected of dangerous or violent felony offenses.
The FBI and Milwaukee Police Department are looking for this person this morning. They're asking if you recognize them. Take a look at your screen if you're not paying attention. So the search is in connection to the murder of Brazil Johnson. Johnson was a 28-year-old black trans woman. Neither the FBI nor the Milwaukee Police Department are saying whether this person is a suspect or a person of interest. Anyone with information should call the FBI.
Dates are set for the trial of the man accused of bringing guns to the state capitol. Jury selection for Joshua Plesnick's trial will happen on June 17th. The trial set to start the next day. Plesnick is charged with a misdemeanor for bringing guns to the Capitol and asking to speak with Governor Evers back in October. He's currently pleading not guilty.
The suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer is now charged with murdering a fourth woman. Rex Howerman was formally indicted for the murder of 25-year-old Maureen Brainerd Barnes. Her remains were found in 2019 along a highway near the location the other women's bodies were kept. Howerman pleaded not guilty to all the killings, including the latest accusation.
Madison police say they have a man in custody for the robbery of a woman's casino winnings on New Year's Day. Authorities say the woman had just won thousands at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. She was walking out to her car with her husband when a man asked for a ride. She told him no. Police say the suspect then stole her purse and ran off. Officers found the man yesterday. He's now under arrest and facing 3 charges.
2 bipartisan bills drafted in response to the Madison naked bike ride are now headed to the Assembly. The Senate approved those bills, barring minors from attending an event where adults' genitals are exposed. The bills also bar people from intentionally exposing themselves publicly. The legislation follows some criticism after last year's naked bike ride drew attention over allegations a young girl participated.
Former President Trump is back on the campaign trail today after a stop in court yesterday. He's in the middle of writer E. Jean Carroll's defamation trial. They were both present for jury selection and opening statements. The jury will decide how much Trump will pay in damages for defaming Carroll in 2019 when he denied her rape allegations.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz is endorsing Donald Trump for president. Cruz says he looks forward to supporting the former president and called Trump's win in the caucuses a dominating victory. He says he doesn't see how any candidate other than Trump can become president.
The deadline to fund the government is just 3 days away now. President Biden is meeting with congressional leaders today. They'll discuss a supplemental spending bill. They can't come to terms. Funds for key government agencies like military, construction, Veterans Affairs, Transportation and Energy Department, and Housing will all dry up.
New video here showing a semi-trailer truck skidding on an icy highway and then crashing into the guardrails. This was Tuesday in Alabama as the state experienced a winter storm. The area this happened in is seeing multiple major crashes with multiple semis ending up jackknifed.
A gas station is partially collapsed this morning in Fort Myers, Florida, due to heavy rainstorms. The fire department says the building's roof couldn't endure the rain. You can see it here. All of southwestern Florida is experiencing major flooding. This is temperatures across the state are also dropping.
A federal judge is blocking a multi-billion-dollar merger between JetBlue and Spirit Airlines. The judge says the merger would increase fares for Spirit's customers who rely on the airline's inexpensive prices. JetBlue says the deal would lower fares. Both that airline and Spirit both disagree with the ruling and are looking at their next steps.
Some Costco stores across the country are installing scanners to check that you're using the right ID when you visit their stores. They're replacing the folks who usually check your ID at the entrance. Costco's been also checking IDs at the checkout lately. This to cut down on non-members sneaking in. You can still bring up to 2 visitors when you go if you're using your ID card.
Madison's lakes are finally frozen over. The Clean Lakes Alliance says Lake Mendota officially froze Monday. It's the 3rd latest freeze in the 170 years Wisconsin climatologists have been tracking it. A wave of misinformation about climate change is spreading across YouTube. The nonprofit Center for Countering Digital Hate says researchers analyzed more than 12,000 videos with misleading statements about climate change. Researchers found a stark change in the tactics of misinformation drivers. The videos have changed from promoting outright climate change denial to casting doubt on climate change's consequences.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock, a cold start to the morning. Not as cold as yesterday, though. Our wind chill values about 10 to 15 degrees colder, 10 to 15 degrees below zero this morning, but it's as cold as 25 below zero right now in Juneau. So we'll look at a mix of clouds and sun today, actually getting above 10 this afternoon as we head into low single numbers. But once again, another very cold day today. Looking at temperatures in the teens today and also tomorrow, lower teens at that. Another reinforcing shot of some cold air will bring us a light dusting of snow, it looks like Thursday night, and cold weather on Friday and Saturday. Looking at better weather next week, or at least warmer weather.
Love to hear it, Kelly. Thank you. Stay with us, folks. Another news and weather update after the break.